Okay, so this is our pre-recorded webinar for week 3. Go ahead and start that here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it, and let's go over the assignments for this week. So, all right, so a couple of quick things before we get started, and I'll go through this quickly because if you've watched one of these webinars, you probably have already seen this. So first of all, when will grades be posted? I'm going to post them the Tuesday after the class ends, or after that. Tuesday would be the soonest that the grades would be posted. All grades are posted at the same time, so if we are waiting for one student, then everyone is waiting for that student. So just something to consider. Although, like I've said before, I do understand that sometimes life gets in the way of some of those deadlines. So if there's an emergency, then please let me know so we can discuss that and see if there's some time in there. Also, along those lines, grades. When you're turning in assignments, remember assignments do have a deadline, and if you check the syllabus, there could possibly be a penalty if assignments are turned in late. But again, if something happens that is out of your control, then please let me know and we can discuss that. Discussion boards, try to do these earlier in the week. They just kind of make more sense if they are earlier in the week. And also don't forget to respond to at least 2 other students in almost every case on the discussion boards. If it is a response that requires different parts, you're getting points for different portions of your response, then if you could label those parts, that would be really helpful. And then also remember that you have a website that has some samples of work and things like that. Weekly meetings. These are optional for this course, at least at the time of this recording. I'll update that if they're not. But they are typically at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time if you want to be a part of that. Sometimes I will just have a pre-recorded one as well, so I will update you on that information as we get close to that. Next week, I'm going to change that there. Next week, we are going to be not doing a live pre-recording. We'll be doing a Twitter chat for our last week. Sorry, I didn't update that in the presentation. We will do a Twitter chat, and I'll be posting information about that soon. Okay, so moving on to the assignments. This week, we'll be continuing our tech plan, something that's obviously we've been doing all along. You're going to be adding a couple of big components to it. You'll be adding the infrastructure, hardware, and software that is needed. That section to the tech plan, and you must include equipment that's needed, anything that needs to be installed, paid for, etc. So you're going to want to add that section to the tech plan. You're also going to want to be talking about any projected costs. So you're going to want to look at your budget and also not only think about things like equipment and software and things like that that need to be paid for, but also you're going to want to be talking about maintenance, training, different things like that that need to be involved in costs and things that would cost you money. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up here. There are some details here on the class website, so here they are. So you're going to want to check that out as well. And then, of course, remember that we are using that template. Okay, so moving on to the next assignment, we'll be doing the Technology Management Survey. There are 15 sections in your book. There are 15 sections discussed, and basically what it challenges you to do is it says sort of this external organization comes in and rates your current workplace at a 3 on these different 15 sections that are located in this survey on items like teamwork, internal communications, looking at some of the other ones, employee involvement, recognition, things like that. So someone has, sorry, my dog is barking in the background. I'm going to pause for a second here. Okay, I think my dog is done wildly barking at someone coming to our front door. Sorry about that. Anyway, so an external organization has come in and rated your current workplace as a 3 out of 5 on each of these areas. So your job is to figure out how are you going to raise that that rating. So you're going to try to raise it from a 3 to a 4, for instance. So you're going to be writing about each of those things, how to raise that area in your current workplace. There are, as before, some details here, so you're going to want to read on the class website about this, and it gives you a template that you're going to use to get this done as well. Get this out of the way. And then next, we have our discussion board. So you're going to answer this question: how do your goals and objectives align with those of the superintendent or other senior administrators? So if you're in a school, then you're going to be talking about people at the district office. So how do your goals align with those at the district office? So it's something to consider. And then, of course, also don't forget to respond to at least 2 other students, because there are points that are assigned for that as well. Okay, and that, I believe, is about it. Just checking this out. Yep, that is about it for the week. So a little bit of lighter on some of the assignments there. However, that tech plan is still a big one, so hopefully it gives you a little extra time to spend on a tech plan. All right, have a great week. Oh, this is supposed to say week 3 assignments right there. Forgot to change that. Have a great week.